The third straight 100 Thieves video on this channel. Safe to say, I'm feeding them well this week.
These beautiful things that I've
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Rendezvous. I'm going to be honest with you, there's really not too much that I haven't said already or haven't shown already in the last 3 days of content, whether that was the game VOD, whether that was the interview with Spooks. If you have not seen either of those, be sure to check them out. So I don't really think there's a point in me really recapping the week that has already happened and the storyline that was there. Some quick thoughts on the Spooks interview real quick. It's just that I like his mentality and the thought of the team that it is okay to slump now. If you're gonna slump, now is the time to do it. And rebounding and looking better as the season goes on is the important part. It seems like coaching staff is trying to find the right balance on how hard to go in terms of criticism to make sure that this team is whipped into shape at the right time. You don't want to stress them out too early or cause problems. So I'm happy with things. We have one more week, one more matchup against Shopify before we go into the cross-conference seeding, assuming we are able to beat Shopify here. I think we're sitting pretty well. I think they already have 2 losses, so the only world where we don't end up playing the first seed from the other group, which would be likely Cloud. Well, it's actually directly the winner of Team Liquid versus Cloud9 this upcoming weekend would be if we somehow lose to Shopify and Dig also beats FlyQuest. So that's not going to happen at all. So this week should be pretty stock standard. Yes, Shopify was able to take a game off of FlyQuest, but even though we have looked sloppy, I think we're still perfectly fine. We don't lose to the teams that are below us. So this week on the Rendezvous, I figured I'd actually react to a piece of 100 Thieves content that we haven't seen yet, since I've got really nothing else going on, and I genuinely love watching the org-wide content. So why not do it together? And so they just put out a video 5 days ago, which was guess the YouTuber's first job. And I, again, need to learn more about the content creators in this org that hopefully we want to see in league content in some way, shape, or form in the future. So I want to see this, and maybe it'll be a good story time as well. And I'll be curious to know, like, put your guess in the comments down below before I say it at the end. What do you think my first job was? Be sure to edit your comment afterwards if you are right or wrong. So put your initial guess and then edit it, and I'll let you know.
Did you ever get injured at your first job?
Psychologically.
I'm going to answer all these questions.
How weird was your old job?
Throughout the video.
A lady almost died.
I got bit by a dog.
Why do you say that like a
Because I want to trick him, maybe.
My name is Sarah. I'm on the people HR team at 100 Thieves.
Oh, okay.
My name's Andrew. I handle media sales on our partnerships team.
And how well do
we
you
got
guys
staff in this
know
too.
content?
I'm chronically online, so I think pretty well.
I know our 100 Thieves creators. I wouldn't say I'm an expert on the overall world of content creators, but I guess
Yeah,
we'll
these are
find
two
out.
good people that should be able
I
to
think I'll
get
do
it.
better
And
than
HR, you have their resume.
I
like,
think
you
she
have their
would
background.
too. I have had a first job,
She should
though,
do well.
so some might consider me an expert on first jobs.
Hi, I'm Sarah.
Hi.
Oh my god. Oh my god, I don't think any of these are you.
Okay, what do we got? We got Baker, Arcade Technician, Vet Tech Assistant, Whitewater Rafter, Restaurant Host, and Hollister Model. Okay, well, I know the dude in the back is the Hollister Model. I guess it could, well, no, the Hollister models were always guys. So
What does he look like?
restaurant host is typically a female job.
I'm not gonna give anything away.
I definitely don't think a Hollister model.
Okay, that's an
Peter.
HR violation.
Hello. First question for you. What's the craziest thing that ever happened to you on this job?
Met Will Ferrell. That was pretty cool.
That's pretty crazy.
Yeah.
Okay. Did you ever get yelled at by customers or clients on this one?
Literally every day.
Interesting.
Every
okay.
day. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Did you have to wear a uniform,
sounds
and what did
Baker.
it look like?
Yes, it was a blue shirt.
That didn't help me at all.
Baker's gonna be
Oh,
my
my bad.
guess.
Did you ever get injured at this job?
Yes.
Yeah.
How badly? Where did you get
Not
injured?
too bad, but I mostly hurt myself.
Did this involve working with animals in any way, shape, or form?
I mean, you could argue that there were definitely some animals at work, for sure. Yeah, so I would say, yeah.
I'm going to say Baker.
I think I'm good with you.
I'm like nervous. I'm like low-key nervous to call him. I'm about to get fucking grilled.
All right, so questions for you.
All right, the thing with Hollister models. So we have 3 other guys that could be Hollister models. They focused heavily on the abs, and I think he's got more like the lifter build rather than like the Hollister like slim ab build.
First,
I guess he's going to be the
did this
Hollister.
job involve working with animals? I'm going to get one of you with that question.
Yeah, sometimes.
Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
to some extent.
Did it require talking to a lot of people?
Yeah. A lot of conversation.
Okay.
Did you have to memorize a lot of things in your job?
Yeah. Good amount.
It's just yes or no. Okay, fine.
A good amount. That's not bad, right?
Okay. On a scale of 1 to 10, how weird was your job?
Like a 6.
I'm going to go
Yeah, I'd say a 6.
whitewater rafting.
Maybe a
Sounds
slight lie.
best for him.
I thought they weren't supposed to
7
lie.
or 8. 7. We'll give it 8. Give it 8.
And then if you had
Whitewater.
to describe this job in one word, what would it be?
Sick.
Sick.
Yeah, in multiple ways. Literally. Yeah.
Yeah, whitewater rafting.
Okay.
Feel good on that.
Thank you for your time.
No worries. Thank you, Keys.
Yeah.
Thanks, man. There you go, man.
Thanks, man. Hi.
Hello.
Did you ever get injured at your first job?
Psychologically.
Okay, I feel like an arcade technician would get injured occasionally. Like you pinch your hand, something's gonna happen. You're gonna get injured. It's between vet tech, Hollister model, restaurant host.
Would your mom be proud of this job?
No.
Okay. Did you have to wear a uniform? And if you did, what did it look like?
Yes. And all black.
All black.
Restaurant host.
Okay. Did it involve changing this one?
Did this job require you to talk to a lot of people?
Yes.
Restaurant
Did
host.
it involve food?
Perhaps.
Okay.
The all black was the giveaway.
That's all I need. Thank you.
Hello.
All right.
Said all black, huh?
Couple questions for you.
Did you ever get injured at your job?
I sprained a finger one time.
Sounds like arcade technician. Like that's
an
the
injury, I
injury
guess.
that you would assume that he would get there.
How do you? Okay. Did you ever get yelled at by customers or clients?
All the time.
All the time?
Yeah.
Did you have to wear a uniform on this job?
Yeah.
Okay. What did it look like?
Colorful?
Colorful?
Yeah, I had some color in there.
Okay.
Well, can you be more specific?
I had to wear some jeans, occasionally
Jeans?
a shirt.
I'm feeling technician.
Okay.
It's
What was the
giving
craziest thing that ever happened at your job?
Nothing particularly like super crazy. I had to work in darkness a lot.
Yeah, arcade technician. Yep. I feel good on that. I feel really good on that.
I don't.
Okay, okay. What? Okay. Darkness. I only know one place with darkness. Oh. But I didn't think you would work there.
Oh, okay. You know what? I say it's all good. I'm gonna.
Hello.
Hi.
Hi.
I love your sweater.
Thank you so much. It's Taylor Swift.
I noticed.
Feeling that.
So did you ever
she
get
just
yelled
gives
at by
pet
customers
vibes.
or clients in this job?
Yes.
What's the craziest thing that ever happened to you on this job?
I got bit by a dog
Why you say that like a lie?
because I want to trick him, maybe.
Alright, this is too easy.
Did you have to
Come
wear a
on.
uniform? What did it look
I think I
like?
nailed this from
I
the
did.
jump.
I had 2 different uniforms. The first one was a blue shirt, and the second one was all blue.
I feel like the first answer really throws me off.
What was
but
the first question again?
The one with the dog.
Oh,
You said you got bit by a dog
yeah.
at your job.
But like, don't read too much. Like, kind of take it for what it is. You know what I mean? Yes, there were animals involved.
That was my follow-up question to that. Were there animals at this job every day?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you always tell the truth or sometimes lie?
Sometimes I lie. I have lie in my name.
Cold. That was cold.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay.
Hey, Plow.
Yo.
Yeah.
Did
Calls
you
them out.
ever have to wear a uniform? What did it look like?
Yes, it was a swimsuit.
Yes, I did.
It was sick.
You said what it looked like, man.
What it looked like, it was cool. It was
Define cool. Like
someone
cool
was
when
like,
I was like in high school cool?
like someone would look at it and be like, oh, that's cool.
Let's see. You ever get
Yeah, it was a
injured on
swimsuit.
this
You were a
job?
Hollister model.
Hell no.
Hell
Yeah,
no,
exactly.
okay.
You just stood there and
did
looked
it
pretty.
involve dealing with customers or clients?
Hell yeah.
Hell yes.
What was the craziest thing that happened to you on the job?
A lady almost died.
That could have happened anywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good vague answer.
Did you have to memorize a lot of things?
No.
Yes.
Oh.
I
Lines.
memorized a lot of things.
How long was your training?
Several months.
Several months.
Yeah.
Very
Scale 1 to 10, how
public
weird was your old job?
Pretty weird.
Like a 6.
Was your job physically exhausting?
Yes.
How so?
It was physically. How so? It was a workout.
A workout.
I had to be physically fit for this job.
Okay.
Too easy.
I'm good. Thank you.
Okay, so final prediction.
I am not good.
Great, thank you.
Final prediction. Baker, whitewater rafting, waitress or restaurant host, arcade technician, vet tech, Hollister model. So I will answer some of those questions from my first job that I had. Did I have a uniform? Yes, I had a uniform. I had a shirt provided by the place that I worked at that I had to wear each and every day. Beyond that, I was fine. Weirdest thing that ever happened. There's really not anything like super odd with my first job. Other than just interactions with some people were really weird. Did I talk to people a lot? Yes, all the time. Were there pets involved? No pets were allowed where I worked at all in any way, shape, or form. Was it physically exhausting? Yes, especially during the summer. And how crazy was my job? Not at all. Like a 2 or 3 at best. It had a pretty nice perk, and there was one specific reason why I got the job, why I had the job in the first place. So I'd be curious to know if you got the guess right. I'll wait for you.
Thank you.
All right. I'm hoping to get one right. Like this one.
Ellen is from the UK, right?
Yeah.
Is there a Hollister in the UK?
No.
I think you were a water rafter.
Final answer.
Are they intentionally sabotaging themselves? Like I don't think you got, the only one that I think you got right was the restaurant host.
I think you're a vet tech. Your dog question probably
Yep.
threw me off. I don't think Hollister was in the UK, so here, you're a baker. Yes. If I'm baking a cake, do I use baking soda or baking powder?
Soda.
Oh my god, I messed up.
How did you guys mess this up so bad? This felt
I'm gonna
so
switch you two.
easy.
Oh.
Raise your hand if he got
Like-
you correct.
Oh, I'm so wrong already. Oh god.
That's a lot better than I
Never
thought.
mind. I fucked up really bad. I was so Oh god. Oh, I was so confident. Okay, so I got the restaurant host right. I was between these two for whitewater raft. Wait, no, I said whitewater rafting for him. Shit. Hollister model makes sense. I mean, it was between these two for Hollister model. Fine. Arcade technician. He said he never got injured though. I find that hard to believe that an arcade technician wouldn't get injured.
Everyone who got chosen correctly, please raise your hand.
Ooh.
Okay.
Ooh. Okay.
It was really close.
So how many? Wait.
Your hand.
How many did I get right? I got restaurant host right. I got vet tech right. That's it. I got both the
Woo!
girls right.
Okay.
That's it.
It was really
Wow.
close.
Oh, really? Wait, so there is Hollister in UK?
Damn, you actually almost got it perfect.
Yeah, you were
Is
you
that-
on it.
You were a baker?
Yeah, you being a baker is hard.
Is a-
Yeah,
is a-
that's hard to believe.
Training physically every day to be a baker. Like you think he's like pressing.
I forgot. I'm being put on the spot, so I forgot.
Yeah, I worked at an arcade in college for 2 years. The place was called Nickel City, and it's like a Chuck E. Cheese, but they only take nickels, which was the worst thing ever because you would have to empty these humongous heavy buckets of nickels from every arcade machine, and then you got yelled at by parents every day, and then you used to get kicked and climbed on by children and punched and shit. But I did meet Will Ferrell. His son had like a soccer party birthday thing at our location one time. That was pretty cool.
That
But
is
that
really
job
cool.
sucked ass.
If I gave you $20, would you have just given me the doll? Are you that type of attendant?
No, but I think if you're close enough ticket-wise to get the doll, I would just give it to you.
I was a baker in a nursing home. That's why I
Oh.
said sick, because a lot of the patients were sick.
getcha.
Yeah. It did. It was rewarding. That was probably the word I was going to use, but I thought I would give it away. You know, like one moment you're like giving them coffee, and then the next day they're just like not there.
So you threw me with the sick. I'm thinking sick animals.
Yeah, see, gotcha. Yeah, I had to get in the head. Sick people. I would pretty much be giving out like pies and cookies and cakes to like old people.
Wait,
and
was
coffees.
that answer correct though? If I'm baking a cake, it's powder,
Can I be
right?
completely honest? The cakes are the only thing I didn't bake. Like they had pre-made cakes, cookies, everything else I had to make from scratch, and they had like recipes, but I don't really remember anything at all. This was when I was like 18 or 19. So yeah.
Wow.
So I was a host at a restaurant.
Yeah.
Because I dropped out of high
Very.
school. My mom was like, okay, get a job now. My boss was a creep. Everything was terrible. Nobody trained me, and then they were mad that I didn't know how to do anything, but I was
That's
never
the
given a
restaurant
single
industry.
instruction.
That's literally
Later on, though, I
everybody. Yeah,
worked
that
as a
makes
host at a
sense.
different restaurant, though, and I was great.
Better training there.
Yeah, they taught me actually what to do, and so that was nice.
I worked at a Hollister. Well, I think it was like 18, 19, and I was like obsessed with it at the time. Like it became like an ongoing meme at school that all I wore was Hollister, and I just used the spray and everything. And then when I did get the job,
Shout out to the Jake
I ended up
Hollister
updating my
spray.
Facebook status, and everyone thought it was a joke. And I came to school the next day, and everyone laughed at me. And I was like, no, but it's like serious. And it was a serious bit, and then I freaked out, and then it was all downhill from there. I hated every waking second of it, and then Alt F4 rage quit it one day by getting a pile of clothes and throwing it behind another, and never came back.
Well, hell yeah.
Jesus.
Were you the one that said you work in the dark?
Yes.
Okay, that should
It's
have
very,
Oh,
it's very dark.
Damn it, that should have given it away because Hollister's so dark all the time. They keep the lighting so dim. Fuck.
That's why I wrote your name up here, but then I kind of forgot. So.
Oh,
I
they
should
told
have
me the
known that
reason
'cause
why
I
they do
shopped
that is 'cause the lights are an
exclusively at
adventure
Hollister in
around
high
the
school.
store. Really, I'm blind the whole time, but you know, they just that's just how it went, I guess.
Hello. I worked as a vet tech assistant, and it was a lot. It was high emotions, like very high sometimes. I remember I was like one time helping give birth to a little baby St. Bernards, and then I got pulled in to help because there was like a dog that was a cardiac arrest, and like we need help, and then I had to take its temperature, and I stuck the thing in its butt, and I was like, and then anyway, so a lot of it was just routine. One time I held a corgi down, and then I held the back legs, and someone was holding the front, right? And then it was so scared, like, that it shit itself everywhere, and I'm on the back end, and I'm like,
Man, I should have asked you the craziest thing that ever happened on that job. Then I would have got them all right.
I got bit by a dog. You did.
Oh, I did.
Yeah, that was when one time I went to take the temperature and it just snapped around, bit my arm, and then its owner was like, "Oh yeah, I should have mentioned he does that," and I was like, "What?"
Okay, yeah. So I was a whitewater raft guide. A lady did almost die, and it wasn't like that lady across the street almost died while I was working. It was like, she was on my raft. Listen, she had a lot of America in her. Let's just put it that way. A lot of America
course
in
she
her.
did.
The thing is, if you fall off a raft, the way we pull you up is we grab your life jacket and we pull you up. But if you have a lot of America in you and you're being pulled up by a 5'10" Twinkie white boy, you might not have enough strength to get a lot of America back up on your raft. So what you have to
That's
do
a very
is you
nice
have
way
to
of saying
dunk
that,
them,
brother.
which is a very scary thing because you literally push them under the water and then use the buoyancy of the life jacket pushed under to then propel them out of the water. I dunked her and then pulled her back into the boat on top of me, and I could not get her off me. So this boat then, without a guide, was, this lady's just on top of me, and we just careened down the rapid into rock, boom, boom. But we lived. We made it down, so.
Hey, there you go. All right, so to reveal my first job, for those that put your guess in the comments, it's the most stereotypical thing possible and kind of fits what I'm doing right now. The first job that I ever had, I worked at Blue Ridge Country Club, just outside of Harrisburg, Pennsylvania. I was a cart boy. Wanted to work in the golf industry, wanted to get some experience, and needed a place to play golf that would let me on for free and let me play whenever I needed to. And that was the perk of working at a golf course. Plus, you got cash tips. So you'd walk out each day getting paid at the time minimum wage of $7.25 back in 2012. And then you'd still walk out with like 20, 30 bucks in cash on the day, which was a pretty good end to it. Must say it was pretty nice. And the members, for the most part, treated you well. There were some stuck-up assholes, for sure, as there always are at country clubs. But the chill ones make it worth it because they're just fun. And then the assistant pros getting to go out and play golf with them and just have fun is always a good time. Plus, you got to fill in for tournaments occasionally whenever they needed a marker, which was a blast. So you always kept your clubs in your trunk. But I know this is a non-normal episode of the Rendezvous. I'm sorry. There's really not much to talk about on the League of Legends front as we wait for this upcoming week's episode that hasn't already been discussed in my prior 2 videos. So next week, back with a little bit more of a normal Rendezvous because we have a watch party in New York, so I will not be watching the video live. You won't have my reaction nor any interviews, so then we'll talk about the series as it comes, as well as our matchup, hopefully against Team Liquid. I'd like to face them again. That'd be fun. Catch you later. Bye-bye.